87,000 IRS agents coming to take back your ERC. Run! Yes, run to Torchlight Tax. This is Dave Horwedel, the founder and CEO of Torchlight Tax. I, along with my TAs, CPAs, and support staff, will help you. Why come to Torchlight Tax? Well, does the thought of an IRS ERC audit terrify you? For many it should. There are a lot of ERCs that have been incorrectly done. The IRS even published a warning to taxpayers about this. See my video? IRS issues a warning on ERC submission using unethical or untrained third parties, which you can see on my YouTube channel or on my Torchlight Tax website. The full IRS warning is quoted verbatim. Many taxpayers have been tricked by ERC firms who promise there is no risk. You do not have to pay us unless you get your refund. This sounded good, but the trick here is that the IRS would initially pay the ERC if you had employees in 2020 and or 2021, whether you qualified for the ERC or not. Yes, that is correct. If you had W-2 employees in 2020 and 2021, and filed amended 941Xs to collect your ERC, you will likely get your refund even if you don't qualify. Then you would pay the commission to the ERC firm. Everyone is happy. Now, the IRS has 5 years to audit you and take the ERC refund back, plus penalties and interest. How likely is this to happen? Well, if your EA or CPA did its job right, not very likely. Even if the IRS audits you, that is no big deal. If the original filing was done right, then the filer has already worked out which test you passed and has documented it. Audits are never fun, but at Torchlight Tax, we have represented hundreds of clients who came to us when they got an audit letter. We know the rules and have plenty of experience. But what if you did it with an ERC-only firm? Look, I am not saying all these firms did it wrong. However, there are firms out there who, number one, find every employer with employees qualified, even if they don't say so. Two, say your CPA or tax attorney are not as skilled as they are or their payroll specialist is. No, a key part of determining your eligibility for the ERC is based on training and experience in reading tax law and regulations. Is a payroll specialist more skilled than a CPA, EA, or tax attorney in these areas? 3, do not specifically nail down what ERC test you qualify for. And 4, do not nail down how you qualify. This is especially true for the full or partial shutdown test. There are percentages of declines required by these tests. It is numerically quantified. It is not just had to wear a mask and could not buy from my usual supplier. 5, do not do the amendments on your business tax returns that are required by the IRS after 941Xs are filed. 6, do not offer audit defense if the IRS comes after you. Now, it is not all bad. Lots of employers qualified for the ERCs, and lots of EAs and CPAs did a good job. But the IRS will almost certainly pay your ERC even if you don't qualify. This is because the qualifying tests are not part of the 941X, which is essentially your ERC filing. The fact that you got a refund check does not mean you are now safe. In essence, the IRS assumed you qualified because you had employees in 2020 and 2021 and applied for the ERC using the 941X. The qualifying tests are not part of this application. This gives an opening for some unethical firm to apply for an ERC without doing the proper eligibility analysis, collect their commission from the refund, and be gone before the IRS audit letters arrive. Some firms took advantage of this by submitting 941Xs even when the employer did not qualify. They then collected a commission when the employer got the refund. But here is a $26,000 per employee question. Will they defend you in an IRS audit? Or will the firm still exist when the IRS audit letters start coming? There is actual expertise and work required to see if an employer qualifies for the ERC. Many ERC firms skipped this step, asked a few nebulous questions. Did you wear a mask? Did you have to do social distancing? Quantified nothing and told the employer he qualified. Then they collected their commission. Now, Congress has extended the audit window to 5 years for the ERC. The IRS has 5 years to come after your ERC refund with fines and penalties. They also manned up the IRS with a total of 87,000 new employees coming on board. Now, at Torchlight Tax, we are EAs and CPAs and support staff. We were here long before COVID-19 and the ERC, and we'll be here long after. We are glad to amend your 2020 or 2021 corporate and personal taxes and always guarantee 5 years of ERC audit defense when we do an ERC. But not all ERC firms are like this. The first warning sign is the words ERC in the firm name. What happens when the ERC is no more? After all, these refunds are being paid based on tax years 2020 and 2021. Yes, you can amend them in later years, up to 15 April 2025 for tax year 2021, but the ERC traffic will dry up before then. Why would an ERC-only firm stay open? Some of these firms send a big binder to the employer with a bunch of quotes from the CARES Act so you can defend yourself in an audit. Imagine the IRS sending you an audit letter with specific questions as to how you qualify, and you do not answer their questions. You just send them back a binder of quotes. Ouch. Some ERC firms send you back to your EA or CPA to file the amended business and personal returns. Okay, if you have a specialized ERC only firm and they have sent you back to your regular guy after doing your ERC and collecting their commission, why would they stick around? There are no more new ERC refunds coming out. Will they wait for the ERC audit letters to arrive? Why should they? They do not do audit defense. Okay, it may not be this bad. Maybe you are qualified for the ERC. I have a client fully qualified for the ERC due to the partial shutdown test whose specialist ERC-only firm did not determine her ERC eligibility. After much work, we were able to determine she was qualified for the ERC and we'll be glad to defend her in an audit. But her ERC-only firm had never determined how she qualified. Torchlight Tax is offering a service of ERC review. We also offer ERC audit defense. Also, if you have never gotten your ERC and would like to know if you qualify, we'll be glad to tell you and submit for the ERC for you. Contact Torchlight Tax at 1-877-758-7797 or email us at torchlighttax.com for a free consultation. If you like this article, click below to subscribe so you can be notified when other articles come out and do not miss out. You are welcome to comment, ask questions, like, or share.